Kevin. What are you playing with?
Yay. Well, I was going to bend up a little piece of stock. You know how to use one of these benders, right? Did you guys ever play with these things?
You mean a Chinese pipe bender?
Well, I don't think that's its proper name, but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's a cool little gadget. I got it over at Harbor Freight, of all places. Got all different radius rollers or dies, I guess you'd call them. All different sizes for whatever kind of radius you want to make in a piece of stock. It'll handle up to 2-inch tall. And, you know, if you pull the handle out, stretch the handle out a little farther, I've been able to bend about 1/4 inch with it, you know, maybe 3/8, depending on how tall it is. But you can take like 3/8 square and run it through there and bend it pretty easy. But if you had like, you know, 1/4 inch plate, 2 inches tall, you better get a bar on the end of it.
Are you talking solid?
All right, it's solid stock. Normally is all you want to bend in this, because the dies aren't concave. You know, they don't have the little dip in them for the piece of pipe to fit in. If you tried to bend a piece of pipe in this, you would just kink it right there and crush it. You couldn't do a nice smooth bend like you can with a pipe bender or a roller or something like that. This is mostly for solid stock or flat stock up to 2 inches tall. But like I say, not over about 3/8 of an inch. I mean, it'd take a pretty good bend at 3/8 of an inch. So I was just going to play around a little bit. But I'll show you some of the different radiuses. And all these holes, what the heck are the holes for? Well, you can actually put a pin in it so you can stop your bend at the same time, at the same place every time. So you're making like a fence railing, you're making a banister, you're doing a lot of repeat work. Well, now you got to stop. You can get the same bend every time. So lots of little parts and pieces inside here. So this little block inside here is actually kind of cool. You see, the hole is not centered in the block. So as you rotate this thing around, the side is getting closer and farther away from your die, which is actually changing where the bend starts on the die. So you can loosen it up and have the bend start a little farther away, or you can tighten it up and get the bend closer, get it, a harder bend around that radius. Cool little thing. You got to play with it to figure out how it all works. Believe me, I play with it a lot. A lot of trips between here and the anvil. Take that bend back out, put that bend back in again before you finally get it right. So, got the little tiny radius in here. I got my roller, I got my block. Got a little piece of 1/4 by 1/4 solid stock I like to play with. Well, let's just bend some, see what we get. Watch the metal itself, watch the stock itself, and you'll see the roller actually catching it and pulling it through and running it over the top of the radius die. So that'll just give you a real nice sharp turn, real sharp bend in there. Like if you're working on, like fence railings, you're working on, a handrail, like a baluster on a set of steps or something like that, doing some decorative scroll work. This is pretty cool. Look around, you've seen it everywhere, I'm sure. You see all this fancy little scroll work? Comes off of something like this. They've got them hydraulic now, they've got them machine operated, computer operated. This is the good old-fashioned kind. Helps build up muscle. So let's change the radius die in here. Let's put a bigger one in and see what that gets us. So we bent it that way that time. Let's bend it the other way. So sometimes you get stuck. You put too sharp of a bend on it, and now I can't get my stock out because it's trapped by the rollers. So you can just pull the pin, pull the roller out. Now your stock can come out, and you see just a real nice bend, real nice, straight, even, smooth. A lot better than I can get like on the anvil, beating on it with a hammer. Nice and straight, smooth, everything square, everything neat, no kinks. I've tried it over my knee, I've tried it over my head. True story. This is a pretty decent way to do it. I mean, you can get pretty dependable results in it. You can always pull your die out, put the largest diameter die in there, nice gentle curve, get things set up right, put your stop in so you can get a nice repeatable stop, repeatable end right there. And boy, you can do just a nice long smooth arc with it, almost like a roller. Not quite, but almost. You can get a nice easy bend to it. Great little tool, not very expensive. Go check Harbor Freight. You find them on sale all the time. This is the floor model. They also have a bench top model. Just cut off right there. You can just bolt it right to your workbench. It saves a lot of space. You need one? Go check them out. I'm going to go back to work. I'll see you later.